Since that night, I've been followed. They don't speak, they don't blink, they just watch. After that night, everything changed. I started noticing them, people who weren't there before. A man in a black coat standing at the bus stop, staring. A woman at the corner shop, watching. And every time I tried to confront them, they disappeared, like they'd never existed. I thought maybe I was losing my mind until I got home. On the floor, under my door, was another paper. My stomach turned as I unfolded it. It was me again, but this time I was asleep in my own bed. And the date written underneath was tonight. I didn't dare close my eyes. Every tick of the clock made my chest tighten. Midnight was coming, and I knew something was coming with it. Imagine holding a paper that says, "Tonight, someone will stand in your room, watching you sleep." My heart pounded so loudly, I thought it would give me away. The doorknob shook, and the door creaked open. I wanted to scream, but no sound left my throat. And then I saw her, the same barefoot girl, standing in my room. Her face pale, her eyes glowing faintly in the dark. I whispered, trembling, "What do you want from me?" She shook her head slowly and whispered back, "It's not me you should fear." And before I could ask what she meant, the window behind her slammed shut, and she was gone again. But the paper in my hand had changed. New words were scribbled at the bottom. "They are already here." She told me the truth. She's not alive. And worse, she says I've been marked to die next. I couldn't take it anymore. I needed answers. The next night she appeared again. This time, not in silence. "I'm not alive," she said softly. "Not anymore. I died in that alley years ago." Her voice shook as she explained. "They mark people with these papers, and once you're marked, you don't escape." I swallowed hard, my voice breaking. "Then why me? Why now?" Her eyes filled with sorrow. "Because you're next. You've always been next." And with that, she disappeared once more. But on the floor where she stood, another paper remained. A drawing of me running. Behind me, dark shadows stretching longer and longer. And tomorrow's date circled in red. And with that, she disappeared once more. But on the floor where she stood, another paper remained. A drawing of me running. Behind me, dark shadows stretching longer and longer. And tomorrow's date circled in red. I found an old photo of myself as a child, holding the same cut-seed paper. I dug into the past. Old newspapers, forgotten reports, stories nobody wanted to remember. There it was, a list of names, people who vanished without a trace. Each one, last seen holding a strange paper. And then I found a photograph, old, faded, but unmistakable. It was me, not grown-up me, but me as a child, and in my little hand, a folded piece of paper. I realized then this didn't start in that alley. I had been marked since the very beginning. But the last paper, it will change everything. The last paper didn't show the alley. It showed me telling you this story. I froze. The girl's words echoed in my mind. "You're the one." The realization hit me like ice. These papers weren't warnings, they weren't messages, they were scripts, and I was just playing my part. As I read the final line, my heart stopped. because scribbled at the bottom in fresh ink were the words, "Tomorrow is no longer coming because tomorrow is already here." What would you do if you were me?